the mitochondria is the powerhouse at the center of every single cell in our bodies. And that mitochondria comes from your mitochondrial DNA from your mother. That's extraordinary to me, not only metaphorically, like what that means, that this sense of the deepest life force power, kind of like generating energy in our cells, is passed on from our mothers, but also because the mitochondrial DNA is an exact copy generation to generation. So my mitochondrial DNA is the same as that of my grandmother 7,000 years ago. And my brother carries that same mitochondrial DNA. And then my father, he carries his mother's. My grandfathers carry their mothers. And so, in this way, we are all as human beings held by the threads of our mothers. Our mothers, the life givers. And this life giving is the same spirit as the earth's life giving. So we can all trace our mother lines. And I think that doing this in this time is an act of healing, an act of resistance to patriarchy and to centuries, like millennia of misogyny. So I'm going to model this for you for a moment. I'm going to speak to you what I know of my mother line and kind of name a declaration of my ancestry counter or opposite to all of those that we so often see in patriarchal European mythic traditions where like kings step forward and some bard then names their ancestry, their father line back for forever. We see this in the Bible too. This tradition of naming father to father to father to father. So I'm going to instead speak my mother line. And you'll see, of course, that because we live under patriarchy, the name changes every generation. And also, there's only so far back we can go before we lose it. So, as I said earlier, I'm Sylvia Victor Linsteadt. I was born in San Francisco, California in 1989 on the unceded ancestral land of the Ohlone people. I'm the daughter of Jean Sylvia Victor, born in Maryland, land of the Lenape people. Daughter of Dorothy Tressel, born in Maryland. Daughter of Helen Hayford, born in Maine on the land of the Abenaki people. Daughter of Sylvia Eudora Ellingwood, also born in Maine on the land of the Abenaki, and she was the daughter of three more generations of mothers born in Maine on Abenaki land. Back to a woman named Alice Small Cash, who was born in 1727, and her mother, Sarah Day Small, born in 1697 in Salem, Massachusetts. This is the land of the Pawtucket Nation. She was born there in Salem 5 years after the Salem witch trials. To Sarah Wells Day, who was also born on Pawtucket land in Massachusetts. Daughter of Lydia Jane Thurley, born in 1640 in Ipswich, Massachusetts. Daughter, at last, we're about to cross the Atlantic, of Jane Booth Thurley, born in 1610 in the area of Snaith in the East Riding of Yorkshire in England. And she left Yorkshire with her husband and her three surviving children in 1638 on a ship called the John of London, sailing from Massachusetts with a really scary sounding Puritan reverend named Ezekiel. And so before Jane, the thread frays. It disappears after her grandmother, Elizabeth Barker Johnson, who was born in 1561 in North Yorkshire, between the moors and the dales, in the heart of the Protestant Reformation and the witch burning times, and the final surges of the Black Plague. It was a bad time in Europe.